Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday Grab Bag. Today, we have a bit of a special one. We are going to do our first playthrough of a Touhou Project fan game. Now, I could talk for a very long time on what those words mean, and I'm going to try and give you a very basic rundown on what Touhou Project is and the meaning behind there being such a huge fan game culture around it. Touhou Project is a series of video games made by Zun, as he's known online. Let me go pull my reference back up. Junya Ota, better known as Zun, who first released the game Highly Responsive to Prayers for the PC-98. The cover art can be seen in the center here. A few different games for the PC-98 were released, I think about 3 or 4 of them. And while the first one was sort of Arkanoid-esque in that it is a game where you are punching around a ball using a character in order to break blocks. So, kind of Breakout, kind of Arkanoid, a little bit of that. Starting with the second game, the standard format of them 5 on PC-98. Thank you, Juneflower. The standard format of the game started with the second one, where it is a top-down shooter, aka a Danmaku game, aka a bullet hell. And between the games, there's a few different consistent aspects. One, the protagonist, Reimu Hakurei, is the protagonist for a great majority of the games, almost all the mainline ones. And there are a lot of official spin-off games. There are 20 mainline ones and 13 spin-offs as of this recording. And the first one, as I mentioned, was for PC-98, which means that it was released in 1997, before adoption of really modern computers, really. Yep. Conley chiming in that Marisa Kirasame is the other main character for a majority of them. And Touhou Project is notable for having a very, very generous approach to fan work. Touhou Project consists of, each game will introduce a few. I'm going to speak pretty generally here, but each game will introduce 4 or 5 or up to 10 characters that are new, and almost everybody in the series is female. But you are allowed to make spin-off material in the Touhou Project setting, like fan works, of whatever kind, without direct Zun permission, and even sell them commercially. This very generous policy led to a large culture of fan games, fan music, fan flash animations, notably by Iosis, and a huge amount of to this day, very flourishing fan community of people who are drawing or creating all these derivative works that are based on the overall setting. And today, we are going to be looking at one of those. We will be looking at Touhou Reject Arbitrary Prima Materia. Touhou Reject Arbitrary Prima Materia is a game made by Vita Sunday, who is in the chat, made by Juneflower, who is in the chat, and made by Millie, who is in the chat. Thank you so much, all of you, for showing up, and I hope to do your game some honor here. Touhou Reject store page says the following. Ugh, Gensukyo is all messed up. Can dutiful Shrine Maiden Reimu save the day? Enjoy 6 action-packed fucking stages in this goddamn video game. In addition, there are a few different what appear to be reviews of the game. This software will surely help many souls escape samsara, says B. Hijiri. An unparalleled feat of games design and craftsmanship, and Kawashiro. You better leave a donation. I've been eating plain rice for months. R. Hakurei. Those three are all in-jokes for those are characters in the Touhou Project series throughout a few of the games. Games are made by people, fan games are made by people. This game was made by people that are in the chat. In any case, though, this game, from my understanding, is going to be a little bit on the short side. So to go over the structure of today's stream, which is going to be a tad unusual, we will be first playing through Touhou Reject Arbitrary Prima Materia. And then afterwards, we will be making a very special announcement. And then after that, I'm going to fill in the rest of the time by just playing a couple of different games, perhaps 10S Forever, and maybe just do a impromptu speedrun of Fourmiworld. With all of that out of the way, and hopefully some context given to what Touhou Project is as both a video game series and as a collaborative art form among a billion different people, let's get into it. Fire things up here. Touhou Reject. Touhou.exe.
Touhou fucking project.
Starting off, that little figure is of that we saw in the previous thing, is a Teru Bozu. And a Teru Bozu is a little bit of a folk magic figure or fetish whose purpose is to ward away rain. Just a little bit of like a homecraft project that is a little spirit to hopefully prevent the rain from continuing. I don't know what to expect, so let's get into it. Walking off uneasy dreams. The screen layout here is reminiscent of a standard mainline Touhou game. You've got your player lives in the upper corner. Bombs. We apparently have no power. We have a graze count, which is a mechanic in the game, except this time it is portrayed as a sheep grazing. Our points is a finger pointing at us. Let's see. Standard controls of Shift, Z, and X don't seem to do much here. Ooh. 1 second, let me turn the game up a little bit. Taking a carefree stroll in these woods. Did you miss me? Ah, it's you. Who is she again? Bunny little bastard Rumia. After a walk, there's nothing like a good bite. Wanna have breakfast together? Not in the mood. Besides, I didn't bring any food. Oh yes, you did. Juicy calves, tender armpit flesh, the whole package. Look closer, I'm cloth. For what? Since when? This morning. Don't expect me to explain. Frustrating, so frustrating. Time to use my emergency stake. Quite a sizable piece, isn't it? That's better. I heard someone scream just now, so I'll be going. Make sure you take another walk here after you get your game back on. All meat really is dreadful for the heart. Right. Stage 2, her inscrutable scroll. Black and purple checkerboard is a reference to the Source engine, and Half-Life 2, I think, is the first game to have used it. It is the missing texture, because if they had just a solid black color, it's possible that missing texture wouldn't be spotted. And it's very important for a missing texture to be discovered, that way it can be fixed. So the purple and black was an attempt to make a extremely garish texture in order to ensure that's found. For more information, check out Jazztronauts, my previous stream. Pervert caught. That is a drawing of Marissa Kirasame, the other primary protagonist, as we've discussed. Poverty strikes. Kakashi Spirit News. Oh hey, it's Aya. Snap. And now a live interview with the second brokest bitch in town. You desperately need an editor. Your words don't make sense. You ought to get your eye sockets checked. Oh no, not Aya, it's Hatate. My bad. Hatate, improvisational reporter. You ought to get your eye sockets checked. The sense is bare to see. Are you blind to it? I'm looking. I don't see it. Newsflash, Gensokyo is waxing into its truest shape. It's a base substance. You're just making this all up, aren't you? For one, there's no way my true form is a cloth doll. Sure about that? It suits you. Does not. I'll break the story right away. Destitute and unfashionable shrine maiden is an empty person at heart. Now smile for the flash. It's libel. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Once I can afford to bail her out. Approved by birds. Stage 3, the Great Buried Work. So that was Hatate, who is from Double Spoiler, as Conley Basher is dutifully noting out. And she is a news reporter that Grand King Delta. That takes a bit of shortcuts in reporting. I think if you could do a metaphor for it, she magically Google image searches for her reporting instead of actually going to the scene. Another newspaper reporter, Tengu, dislikes her approach toward reporting. The Master. Don Gibden. Playing through this is kind of fascinating because I'm running under the assumption that quite a few of my viewers might not know anything about what Touhou Project is, and this is a fan game that is very much in line with the setting and making jokes about the characters and Gate of Gena, Omega Niwa, making jokes about the setting and the characters and various little in-jokes related to the series as a whole. So I can only imagine, like, I recognize her and I know why she's spinning. Can I explain that very quickly? Not really. I knew I sensed a little Nagashibina doll floating down the stream. Hina, excited for the next recession. And what great misfortune it holds. It's just one weirdo after another today. The reason she's spinning is she's girl who spin, that's who she is. More or less. You're that bad luck eating girl, right? You must be thriving in times like these. Oh, these minute changes are no tragedy at all. The world is an endless tessellation of erratic matter. One arrangement is simply being traded for another. I am loving this art style, by the way. I barely notice it. Well, I'd rather it all turn back to a sensible form again. Did you see the masterworks on your way here? Those fancy garden gnomes. Oh yeah, while we're at it. I should probably change my form to one created by Juneflower. Thank you so much. Those fancy garden gnomes. Did you make these? Of course not. The great engineer did. Great engineer? This malleable state has allowed her grand return. Breathing life in the soil has never been easier. You should learn from her. She has the right idea. It's a time to let the shape of things swirl free. I'm already dizzy enough. Alright, I'll pay this great engineer a visit. It's quite a trek to her workshop past the reason's threshold. Frankly, I don't have anything better to do. I wish you luck on your trip, then. Gonna pretend she didn't say anything. June did a great job with that Moo art. Yes. Unbelievably yes. The border of form and content, stage 4. I am a big fan of games having a collage sort of art style. And I am loving this. Her talk spites go in counterclockwise order, oh my god. The engineers nearby? Hello? Engineers. Nitori? Nitori Kawashiro? Is that? No? Yomu? Yomu's ghost staff? Someone dropped a comma here. That was unnecessary and my grammar is perfect. Where's your madam, little phantom? It's Yomu, the pliable landscaper. We're inside Lady Yuyuko. Right. You mean... we're inside Lady Yuyuko. Not quite. She's become beautiful flowers. Madame is as the world now, a recursion of ecosystems. General information. The processes that shape a mountain, the plants growing to hold the rocks, the goats growing to eat the plants, their horns becoming the rocks slowly moving with the plants. Recursion. The human building on the side of the mountain, slicing the plants for food and dislodging the rocks, using social systems to speak, chemical systems deriving mood to create bodily function, each process containing countless processes all shaping their larger umbrellas that do the same. Did that so-called engineer teach you all these fancy words? Negative. Neither kappa nor human. Peculiar yokai. I couldn't make out her farm. Minue. You'll just listen to anything anyone tells you, is that it? Madame Flowers is conscious, but she doesn't talk much. I get bored. In that case, how about you go become one with your lady friend? On it, boss. But that phrasing was unnecessary. Another flower for the fields. Anima Mundi Veritas. Ah, shoot, I missed the... I missed the subtext there. Why is she alien? She represents winter. Why is she alien? Lunar Gunner. A lot of the artwork that we're seeing here represents various characters very obliquely. A vampire with a frilly hat representing the moon. Whoa! Incoming. Oh, that was Millie flying by? Clown piece. Not Suika, but... What is called? Ah. I will admit, I haven't actually played that many of the more modern... Hey, stop right there, whatever you are. Have you come to mock me? No, just kick your ass. You're responsible for ruining the world's shape, aren't you? Nue. That much is true. Nue, imperceptible misconstruction. Nue, I'm sorry. Sorry. I am mistakes. A culprit that shows regret? I have no idea what to do in this situation. Well, return Gensokyo to its rightful state. Or else. It's just not possible. The spell has worked this world forever. It is no mere illusion. No violence can unwork my air. Nothing can. I'm sorry. Remorseful tears, then? That's the best you can do? Crying, is that how I look to you? To tell you the truth, I'm not sure. They say nobody can perceive my true form. Everyone sees what needs to be seen. What needs to be seen by them, that is. Always defined only by context. My being ceaselessly assaulted by this world's fractal filth. That monumental complexity. I thought it veiled the truth. All I wished was to lay it bare, to reveal the heart of Gensokyo, of the universe, of me. But I see now. The mistake, it wasn't my spell at all, but in my theory. As I ordained, all is returned to its most primary form, this noise. There was no heart or truth at all. The world, it's an endless tessellation of haphazard manner. And I'm the one with it. I'm the same mess I've always been. So shoot me down if you wish. There's no reason if you wish. There's no reason anymore. At least Harania will get my mind off it. Prepare yourself. Oh. Forgot the seals in orbit home, didn't I? Oh. Just fly away then. I wish to never see your ugly, formless mug again. That you will not. I'm sorry. 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 Great gates. Stage 6. All is well in the world. I love this technique. I actually did a similar thing when I poked around at Game Maker back in the day. My very first video game project had a similar tunnel technique inspired by Towerfall. It was a little project for me alone to experience, and it was called Mr. R and the Batty Menace. It was just a little arena shooter. And they made a background portal effect. Oh. It's been a while. Need something? Great engineer, I presume? Rika, decidedly small engineer. I suppose I'm alright at what I do, sure. Help me. Help me! I need to be myself again. Look at what I've become. You don't seem so different. Lose some weight? That horrible spell turned me into this. I am not cloth. I can't be cloth. Help me turn back. Hey, I thought that spell was pretty neat. Raw materials have gotten easier to shape. If there's not much to it, there's so much more you can make out of it. Well, sorry if I don't appreciate being randomly turned into vacuous nonsense. I'm not sure you understand exactly what happened. You did not turn into cloth by mere chance. The spell breathed itself into the center of your being and extrapolated what was within. That face! I guess it came back empty-handed aside from the cloth on your back. Are you trying to insult me? Better to know, isn't it? In some way, that little flying weirdo did exactly what she set out to do. Truth was revealed. Small truths everywhere, magnified for all to see. I can't let her see me like this. Not after trying for so long to have substance, seem profound, play a proper human, self-actualize, be something. I can't let her know this. That magician? Jeez, you sure seem to care a whole lot about how she sees you. Kinda cute. I reckon she wouldn't make a big deal out of it. After all, when does she ever? You're right. I'm an idiot. Sometimes, a little. I've flown so far today. I guess I'll head back to the shrine. It's about time for tea. Sure. See you around, Reimu. Right. See you. Thanks. Yay! Yo! Wallfoss representation. Vita Sunday and a game by Vita Sunday and Juneflower. Thanks for playing. Press escape to close the game. Well, Wallfoss is more known for being in the VTuber community. They got their start making flash animations in related to Touhou project, and the art style of these two portraits is reminiscent of Wallfoss's original work. Wallfoss was my OG Touhou experience after Ronald McDonald Insanity. Yeah, Wallfoss
Conley Basher gifted a Tier 1 subscription to June_Flower.
Thank you, Conley, for supplying our resident developers with gift subs. Both got the initial hit from Ronald McDonald Insanity, Touhou Ground Zero. Let's see. If I remember, Ronald McDonald Insanity is in fact a YouTube upload of a... Man, this is a whole different can of worms to open. But that one is a MAD, which is like a music video formed by... Okay. A YouTube poop. Imagine that. So like sentence mixing and splicing together conversations and text. Except instead of it to make people say funny things, you use it in order to make a duplicate of a song. And Ronald McDonald Insanity is a, if I remember correctly, is a very, very popular version of that for Japanese McDonald's ads that was a MAD of Flandre Scarlet's theme from one of the first modern PC Touhou games, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. My first exposure to Touhou, I believe, was playing not Immaterial Missing Power, not Imperishable Night. What's the one that has Yomu in it? I'm sure you can answer that one, Conley. Perfect Cherry Blossom, that's it. Playing Perfect Cherry Blossom that my brother installed on a computer at Grandma's house. Because, you know, if there's any games that can run on a garbage old computer like that, it's something like that. And then after that, I saw a YouTube upload of a Wallfoss animation of Orin chasing Nazrin. And I think that was my first proper exposure to understanding that, oh, this is a bigger thing, huh? And then from there, I learned about Wallfoss, I learned about Touhou Project, became a huge super fan, and played a whole bunch of the games, and here we are. It's hard to describe a cultural touchstone from zero and your interaction with it and other people's interaction with it and all the different ways that people have onboarded onto it and all the different forms it can take since, again, Zen's policy on Touhou fan work is you can make commercial versions of these characters in this setting of your own thing as long as it's not direct piracy of the games. Whether it's music, whether it's making visual novels, making games, making books, making audiobooks, making whatever the heck you want. And there's quite a few Touhou games on Steam that are not both official and non-official. Like, I think there's a little bit of a secret to it in that the Steam tag Faith is for Touhou fan games. So if you're looking for Touhou fan games on Steam, try searching the Faith tag. Although that could be out of date. I know that was the original thing when Steam tagging first got in, that was sort of a hidden handshake for Touhou fan games. Still real? Faith tag this game on itch. Good idea, good idea. Okay. So, I am able to explain Touhou Project under these contexts. The context of the ways it's shaped internet culture, the ways that it's found a international following, the fandom cult, the pro fan work and pro remixing culture around it, of which this is an excellent example. And that all leads in to a couple things I want to discuss and an announcement I would like to make. Touhou Project, at its core, involves a lot of yokai history and mythology, including of religious history and iconography. As a doofus that likes these games, a lot of this stuff will fly over my head, which means that I'm not really qualified to discuss the intricate natures behind it. Touhou Project also, I believe, I can't remember who it is that described this phenomenon, but there is a yokai expert who says that there's been 3 yokai booms over the span of more modern history. The first one being from G.G. Kitaro, a long-running manga series that has a big focus on yokai and monsters. Sort of a horror for kids kind of thing, which has had several G.G. no Kitaro. And the second one is Touhou Project, because Touhou Project has a huge number of humanized versions of various yokai. And the third boom after that one was Yokai Watch, which has been massively successful both in Japan and in the US, and is all about both fictional made for the game and genuine historical yokai. And with all of that out of the way, it is finally time for me to announce my next Wednesday project. Next Wednesday feature, Touhou Project, a yokai historian analysis with Dr. Nairi A. Bakalian, aka Japanese historian reacts to Touhou. Nairi is my co-host that I've had on for a few episodes and a personal friend. And she is a doctorate in Japanese history and in Japanese military history and in its history at large, and has a grand and deep understanding of yokai, of history of religion, the sources of those, and other such insights related. I cannot stream Touhou and provide this historical context myself. She can. My feeling here is that there's no point in me streaming Touhou just on its own, because the only things I would be able to provide are stuff that many people have already done. You want a super play of people playing through Lunatic? There's plenty of YouTube videos of that. You want someone to read out the dialogue in the game? I mean, there's plenty of people who've done that too. I am okay at the Touhou games. I can usually one credit clear the normal difficulty. But Dr. Nairi A. Bakalian, my friend and cohort for this new project, is, as I mentioned, an expert in all these topics, and has also never actually interacted with Touhou in any capacity. So while I play, at any point, she will be able to tell me, pause, and I will pause. And she will provide a bunch of historical context on the games and the metaphors and the religious iconography present, which is a bunch of stuff that would have gone over my head. The first game that I knew that had these elements in it, is Mountain of Faith. Like, the previous game was notable for being like a vampire story, but Mountain of Faith was a bit of a transition that Zun did, where it actually goes into gods, faith, yokai, and the politics therein. The thing that told me that I absolutely want to have Nairi on board for this was when I told her the opening conceit of Mountain of Faith. And she responded with, that reminds me of a certain... That sounds a lot like the story behind blank, the Shrine Faith. And I'm like, extrapolate. And she proceeded to more or less describe the plotline and the main thrust of the conflict in Mountain of Faith, despite having not seen the game before. Despite having not seen the game before. Off of only the opening conceit, she described the plot summary of the full game. And so, because the stream series will only be possible because of her, I will be actively encouraging y'all to contribute to Nairi's side of things. Let me start that off right here. Shout out Riverside Wings. Zun straight ripping off history. Yeah, kinda. There's a lot of... Like, Mountain of Faith is a retelling of a specific story. Directly. But yes, this feature and my approach to it is only possible due to Nairi's contribution and expertise. So during these streams, I will be actively encouraging you to support her over supporting me. And in addition, I will be paying her actively for each stream that she participates in for the sake of her expertise. I really look forward to this feature, and I look forward to learning a lot about the history of faith and history of Japan through the lens of these modern retellings of various fables and of depictions of these yokai. Phew. That is a huge load off my chest. That said, before this happens, I will be taking a 1-week break. This feature will not start 1 week from today, but instead 2 weeks from today. My next week is pretty packed, and so I want to be able to have this contain my full attention. As always, thank you all for joining me on this, and I really look forward to this more experimental look to provide a very different art analysis sort of approach to this series, which has received a million playthroughs, let's be real. Thank you to Vita Sunday, to Millie, and to Juneflower for making this wonderful fan game that released to be a perfect transition for this idea that I've had planned for quite a while now. And I'm really excited to talk mythology and history with y'all, and yokai and Shinto and Reimu and Marissa and all this stuff. My expertise is on the fan culture around it and the history of it, and her expertise is on the history and the mythology present within. Okay. With all that announced, that would make today a pretty short stream. So I think now I am going to do one quick playthrough of Tennis Forever by Unlucky Chloe. Something simpler that I can not speak at length about to give my throw it a little bit of a rest, and follow that up with maybe a speedrun of Fourmiworld, which also transitions nicely from this game because Fourmiworld also has a very, very collage art style that I deeply adore. So, we will be taking a brief break while I get set up, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Thanks as always for your support, friends. Hello. Let's get stuff set up, shall we? Let's see. Do I use the 4-3 or do I... Yeah, 4-3 layout for Tennis Forever. Good, good. Tennis Forever is a tennis arcade game that we've previously highlighted as a feature and is made by personal friend at this point and artist and game developer that I have been a fan of a long time, Chloe. So I felt like doing a quick run through of this game in order to just fill up some time. And she's currently trying to raise funds for a gap that she's going through between jobs until December, if I remember correctly. So this game is very cool. All of Chloe's games are very cool. And I'm going to play on hard mode and just do arenas. See if I still got it. Yeah, I'd say it's safe to say I've still got it. Lol, lamau. I've still got it. Immediately misses. Basic controls here are swing and the position that you hit the ball with your paddle determines how much of a oblique angle it flies out at. It will always go slightly forward compared to your character, but how much so is determined by how far to the front of your character it is. This means that in order to rally straight forward, you hit it at the very back of the swing. The timing itself does not matter as long as it is a hit. You can build up heat by maintaining a rally, and you can spend heat by pressing C, which will do a burst. Heat increases the damage that all the tennis balls do. You are forest. Heat does not build up if you have to dive for the ball. So you'll see me use it as minimal as possible. Diving through enemy pellets grants you invincibility frames, though. In addition, you can just swipe with your paddle in order to get rid of enemy pellets. The solid and glowing enemy pellets can be rallied in order to straight up just create a multi-ball situation. If you hold down the swing button, you can shoot one of the balls as a explosive. The size of the explosive is determined by the current level of heat. I am the current world record holder for this game, but that is primarily because I am the world record holder by default. I'd love to see others get into the speedrun scene for this game. And by seen, I mean it's just me, like I mentioned. No. So close. Moo and GDQ would be awesome. Yeah, I think I might submit either this or Fourmiworld to GDQ at some point. That does raise a question of what do I do about being in front of a camera, though. You know? Not to, like, break kayfabe here, but...
My love.
I missed you. Oof. Oof, oof.
Shop.
Pretty quick kill. Oh yes, I had also commissioned Chloe to create some artwork for me, which you had seen very recently. It is the artwork that you saw during my Please Hold screen. Incomplete Transformation, I believe it's called. And if you would like Chloe to make a monster for yourself, our commissions are open. Here's the introduction of our first attack. Can't be countered. I believe you're allowed to dive through it safely, but... getting kind of sketchy. There. The Tower of Sleepy Guy. Snooze Tower. Beautiful shot. Oh. Love when I managed to do a charged shot and hit not only my tennis ball, but also a reflected one. Enemy bullet. The natural. This guy's so goofy. Had a power shot in the chamber, ready for him. Yeah, I've still got it. Glorious. Hanging up with these guys alone is really obnoxious, because the moment you hit one, they produce the ghost wave, which makes it very tough to keep the ball rallied, so you end up missing it, and then that means you lose 5 heat, which means that you deal less damage, which means that you'll hit them, which means they'll produce more of those 5 ghost waves. want to sort of do what you can to avoid hitting them until you've built up some heat, and then try and burst them down. Enough, really. Embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, isn't it? Huh. It's gonna be fairly low-key on my end. Phew. Screen. Oh, I jumped at exactly the wrong time.
That is ahead. Oof. Turn around. Oof, oof. You still got it.
You still got it. You are Arena. Come on. Can't hit him. flame dancers. The jumper. Grew you in particular, Flame Dancer? Ew. Old rival.
We won't forgive you.
We won't forgive you.
Get out. You don't belong here.
Oh my goodness. Hey Chloe, I found a speed tech. I broke his AI. So what's supposed to happen there is one of his minion fellas tosses a item to him that he proceeds to throw at you. But doing the unleash deletes every bullet and projectile on the screen. And so Old Rival just sat there waiting for an item that would never arrive, as I deleted it midair. New tech discovered. Alright, welcome to Heaven. This is a huge difficulty spike, and it also introduces a new mechanic that is hella brutal. So you may have noticed that some enemies react to other enemies who gain hit. These enemies are both strong and they react to ally damage with a projectile that can't be reflected. They are tanks and they are ally defenders. That ain't the worst of it. Highly responsive to players. Spellcasters. That one managed to never actually fire their attack, but there it is. They fire a beam with a gem in the center. You can dodge over the beam, or you can shatter the gem, which also makes it a projectile that you can launch back. As you can see, when every enemy is reacting to someone taking damage, it can get very out of hand. Sometimes you just gotta be patient. Simple as. And yeah, finally raises a point, is that gem was actually an addition for the full release of the game. I played the earlier itch build of the game, and the gem in those laser beams was not there for that earlier version. That made lasers really, really brutal to deal with. Man, I really hope I don't take a stupid hit at some point here. For all this progress. Okay. Laser. Oh. Clean. Slow, but clean. Laser. The prince.
My child.
My child.
Close your eyes. Open your heart.
Oh, that was real clean. That can be a real brutal boss if you don't keep your heat meter up. The longer it goes, the more chaotic it gets. Return. Little man, you are return. Thanks. Eek. Once again, a brutal counterattack on me. Move Sudsy. I don't think I've ever seeked that out directly, but it could feel interesting. Yeah. I think Moo would like that. It's not as ideal for actually cleaning Moo. For cleaning the Moo body itself, like the sludge, but I suppose there's no real reason that a non-acidified version, non-acid mode of me wouldn't be able to turn myself into a cleaning agent to some degree. I've conceptualized using the acid as a strong cleaning agent before, but just being soapy is an interesting idea. Ugh. How do you speak? Silly. I may not have vocal cords, but it's still the basic concept of controlled vibrations. Modified by a controlled vibrations that are modified by a opening, changing shape as the vibrations occur. Wow. I make such interesting noises when I play this game. Could Moo act like a lyrebird and mimic any sounds that it hears? I would say no, and that Moo is this good at mimicking human speech at all is a bit of a hand wave. Moo in its truest and most absolute form probably sounds a little weird. An imperfect ability to mimic human speech. But, you know, streaming, you kind of need to speak normal to some degree. Or at the very least, clearly. These eyes? They're fake. Moo does not have eyes. Moo has blind sight. So, yes, absolutely. You can think of the eyes that Moo currently has as being just plastic insets. Look at him wiggle.
What's done is done.
What's done is done.
Welcome back.
Oh, I just noticed you said ogre face spider eyes. I would hope not. Ogre face spider eyes are horrifying to imagine. But yes, considering that Moo doesn't actually have eyes at all, means that no, it doesn't work that way.
Take my hand. 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 Take my hand.
I think that's my first time ever actually seeing that phase in full.
What's done is done. Welcome back.
I usually burst him past that phase.
Welcome back.
Because, as you can tell, extremely dangerous. Oh my god.
Welcome back. Bye. Everybody left.
As a reminder, I am playing on hard difficulty. Normal difficulty for this game is difficult. Hard difficulty is this. And hell difficulty is practically a joke. He jumped the entire thing.
Alas, welcome back. Fine. Everybody left you. Everybody left you.
Oh. Games are made by people. This difficulty was made by people. You are home. On. Just throw more tennis balls at the problem. Return of lasers. Oh, beautiful. Took damage, but beautiful nonetheless. Oh, that less beautiful. Oh. Not commentating much simply because I am extremely locked in. I'm sure you understand. This might be the stupidest thing I've ever done, but... Okay, that's a little more effective. I just gotta buy myself some space. Huh. Oh. Trying to just operate on this side and build up heat. We're extremely careful volleys. Oh, this is so stressful. This is so stressful. Die. Final boss. Mirror match.
Is that all you've got left? What was that? Is that all you've got left? It's too weak.
Oh my. Hmm.
This is my dream. I feel it. What was that? Is that all you've got left? It's too weak. This is my dream. Feel it.
No, 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 no.
I can't stay like this. Please kill me. Kill me now. This is my dream. What is that? Is that all you've got left? This is my dream. I feel it.
Not sure if I've got a hard mode win in me today.
I can't stay like this. Please kill me.
I ain't making great progress.
Is that all you've got left? It's too weak. This is my dream. I feel it. I can't stay like this. Please kill me.
Goodness gracious.
This is my dream. I feel it.
Okay, this phase. Good lord, finally. We give ourselves one maximum potential attempt at this. Give myself the best possible odds for one desperate try.
Thank you.
Here we go.
No. Please. I did all I am scared. It hurts. I am sorry. Let me go. Let me sleep. I want to breathe. Please. No. Please. No. Oh well. I hate you. I hate this world.
Damn.
I am sorry.
Final attempt.
Is that all you've got left?
Whether I lose on phase 1 or 2.
It's too weak. Oh.
Really?
Is that all you've got left?
Double really?
It's too weak. This is my dream. I feel it. I can't stay like this. Please kill me. Kill me now. This is my dream. I feel it.
Oh. Come on. It's one. It's two. It's three. No. Oh. One more attempt, just like I said. You are gone. How am I missing a target that big? Say goodbye. And that is game. Oh. All right. Amazingly, I am still feeling it, so if nothing else, I am a critter of my word. And I said I might play Fourmiworld, and so that means I will play Fourmiworld. Just gonna do a quick speed run of it. Let's see. Do I still have a capture for it? Game capture. Farmy cap. There we go. Fourmiworld is a freeware game available on Steam. I absolutely adore this game. Have I mentioned that I like collage art style? She is so cute. She is so gender. Let me pull out my map here. Let's collect 12 polygons and beat this game. Routing behind speedrunning this game is very much so focused on the economy. In order to get a huge movement item that will be very useful for the finale of the game, you need to have a certain amount of gamut, which is the rainbow crystals. And so the goal is to... Overall, the speedrunning goal is to collect enough gamut to get that final movement ability at the exact moment that you start the final rush. Almost overshot it. Right. I'm slightly lost currently. Okay, that's where I'm at. Which means what I'm after is directly above me. The rainbow shards that you collect, Gamut, are, in big air quotes, randomly spread across the world. But the thing is they're consistent every game. It's not procedural gen, it is seeded. Or hand-placed, one of the two. And then same for the upgrade locations. And, you know, location of everything in general. What is random is the order of which you pull out your items. The different bullet types. It uses a Tetris-style system for the randomization, where you will receive them in a random order, but you are guaranteed to receive each item by X number of, you know, loops through your weapon. Like a 7-bag, I think, is the term for the one in Tetris, where imagine pulling the shapes out of a bag blindly, and there's one duplicate of every shape. And then you refill the bag once you pulled everything out. That there is Damocles, who is our upgrade distribution moth. There is apparently a secret way to influence Damocles to give you your upgrades earlier. There's a few of these, and I know one of them. Well, two of them, technically. One is entering the final rush, which was a change made directly from my suggestion, essentially, because I reached the finale of the game and Damocles never gave me the sprint boots upgrade. And I was like, why is this happening? And they're like, technically that's working as intended, but I think I'll make an override. And so now that's the heart of the speedrun route. But there are apparently secret ways to make them give you your items quicker. music, hash, music, swirl. Music, hash, music, swirl. Music, hash, music, swirl. Oh, that nearly killed me. I looked away for a half second, fell right into a flower. Music, hash, music, swirl. Oh, a creature. Dang it, I didn't mean to fall that far. Nice. Just enough. Music. Ash. Music. Swirl. The vaults have been thrown open. Green down the center. There. Could have been faster, but nice, nice. That, which means this way is a Mega Geode. Don't know if it's above me or below me. It's one of the two. There it is. Okay, what are we looking... How are we looking with the bus schedule? That's one of the secret ways to make them descend, is get to this spot. Going to that specific location in the map will cause them to drop immediately. I had the correct route the first time, dang it. Just missed it. I knew it was going to be close, but that's a shame. I'm just on the fly routing. Still need to get the tree one, so... I hope I don't miss the bus a second time. Okay. I think I might miss it a second time. Oh. That was close. This game's cool as hell. So unbelievably stylish. No! Oh, that's tragedy. Two more. $1,600 more. Damn it. There. Goodness. That's all the shards I need. Now I just need the gamut. $1,600 was the magic number. $400. There's quite a bit right here, if I remember. Still not quite enough, though. It's going to cost me more time to proceed without the gamut than it will to collect it, so I really got to get this. Slightly short. There. Should have hit a checkpoint while I was over there too. Gonna waste some time in transit. Unless... That's... Okay, I guess I discovered another location that causes that. Holy crap. I didn't know about that one. And on to the finale. Think about how fast I can run and then see how long this finale segment goes. And that's your answer for how much time this saves. Probably like 4 or 5 minutes. Over not picking up the run upgrade. is the part where I go this way. Couldn't tell if I hit it or not there. Shockingly difficult platforming section. Nailed it. Good lord. There, that one hit. Looking forward to seeing what my time is at the end of this. I am pretty happy with this run. Finale time. One, two, three, four, go. Fun fact, depending on which polygons out of the 16 you collect, that determines what challenges you get during the final rush here. Each of them is a vague impression of the challenge you went through. And that's time. $37.30. This is the conclusion of my stream here. F Zoe. 37:30. Let me go look something up real quick. About 4 minutes slower than my record. Games are made by people. Games are made by people. Yeah, I guess today was a theme night, I'm going to retroactively declare, of surrealist games with unusual either gameplay structure or visuals. Spiral, spiral, map, map, polygon, polygon, swirl. Policeman dies on radio.mp3. If you look up that sound file, it is absolutely hilarious. It's not an actual example, obviously. It is a extremely, extremely campy free sound effect. Oh my gosh! Echoed health center with Portuguese chatter and some footsteps. Fireworks pop pop crackle. Xbox 360 on off. Play Mindwave on Steam. Special thanks to Droquin. Special thanks to Kasane Teto. I believe the devs are friends with the dev of Mindwave. Alright, so my plan was to have this be a short stream, but it ended up going long. Funny how that works. I also ended up never saying a category, so that was smart of me. Oh well. Categories are usually useful for when you've got larger games that you're playing, so people can find it, but there's only so many people that are actively searching for Fourmiworld speedruns, you know? Let's see here. So yeah, once again, I didn't really realize it, but doing this is kind of my dream job. And like ever since I was a kid, I was searching for cool, weird games on the internet and then bringing over friends and just hosting like a little party, essentially, where just me and my friend would go down and check out these weird games I found lately. And honestly, that's what I'm doing now. I'm still doing it, but I'm doing it for the art. And with Nairi's help, I think we are going to be able to take a look at Touhou project that is underrepresented in looking at not as through the lens of game design and ooh, look at these cool characters, but through the lens of history, mythology, and yokai. Congrats on finding your niche. Thank you, Conley. Right. Let's see who we can raid to. Thanks for sticking around the whole time, Bjork and Fork. And all others that have, of course. All of you that are lurking. All of you that are watching the YouTube VOD. Let's see. Call Me Amarak just started. Playing Warhammer Vermintide 2. Tell him the slime sent you. To another place, my friends.